Lady and Tramp have 4 puppies. 3 of the puppies are just like their mother. They are always polite and well behaved. The 4th puppy is named Scamp, and he is very much like his father. Scamp is very curious. He is always asking questions. How does a shoe taste? Why does the garbage smell funny? What's in the laundry basket? What's on top of the table? Oops. All day long, Scamp asks questions. Unfortunately, the answers get him into a lot of trouble. Lady is a good mother. She tries to teach her puppies good manners. When Lady walks in the park, 3 of her puppies trot nicely beside her, but not Scamp. He's too busy chasing birds. Scamp wants to be just like his father, Tramp, but Tramp isn't at all like Lady. Sometimes Tramp chases big cars. Sometimes he growls at strange dogs. Sometimes he even howls at the moon. Scamp thinks his father is the best behaved dog in the world. Scamp and his family live with Jim Deer and Darling. They have a small son named Eric. Scamp wants to be like his father, but when he howls like Tramp, Darling scolds him. No, Scamp, she says, polite puppies don't howl. Jim Deer and Darling never scold Tramp. Tramp is their hero. He fetches the newspaper and Eric's lost toys. Scamp wants to find things too. Then he will be a hero, just like his father. One day, Aunt Sarah visited. She brought Eric a present. Darling invited her to see the puppies, so she put the box on the floor. Then she went into the kitchen to see Lady and all her puppies, but Scamp wasn't in the kitchen. He was hiding under a big chair in the living room. Scamp ran up to the big box with the ribbon on top. He was curious. What could be inside? In the kitchen, Lady's other puppies were playing with a little blue ball. Aren't they nice? Eric asked. Lady looked very proud, but Aunt Sarah wasn't so sure. Honestly, I think that puppies are nothing but trouble, she said with a frown. Oh no, Darling said. Lady is such a good mother. Her puppies are no trouble at all. But when they came back to the living room, what did they see? Trouble. There, next to the box, sat Scamp. He was looking at a large stuffed tiger. What did I say? Aunt Sarah said. Puppies are nothing but trouble. He's opened Eric's present. What a naughty puppy. Later, as Aunt Sarah was leaving, she talked about Scamp. That puppy is full of mischief, she said. You should give him away. Scamp was embarrassed. He certainly had not been a hero. Later that day, Scamp was playing in the front garden when he suddenly heard Aunt Sarah's car stop in front of the house. He watched Aunt Sarah walk to the front door. She looked very sad. Aunt Sarah rang the bell, and Darling opened the door. What's the matter, Aunt Sarah? Asked Darling, seeing her aunt's unhappy face. Oh, a terrible thing has happened, Aunt Sarah answered. I've lost my little Rose. Darling and Aunt Sarah went inside. Scamp was left staring at the closed door. Then Scamp had an idea. This was his big chance to be a hero. All he had to do was find a little rose for Aunt Sarah. So off he went in search of a rose. Scamp trotted off down the street. As he went, he tried to remember everything he saw so he wouldn't get lost. First, he ran beside a wooden fence. He chased a squirrel up a tree. Then he jumped into a pile of leaves. No rose for Aunt Sarah in there. Finally, Scamp came to a busy street corner. A deep voice called out, Roses, lovely fresh roses. Scamp followed the voice, and suddenly he found himself in front of a store. The store had all kinds of flowers, fruits, and vegetables. Scamp stared at the lovely flowers. If only he could grab a pretty little rose. But suddenly the store owner chased him away. Get out of here, yelled the man. Scamp ran away. He raced around a corner and into a garden, where he hid behind an old wooden fence. Scamp looked around for the man with the broom. Scamp did not see him, but he did see something else, something he'd never seen before. A big tomcat was sleeping next to a dish of milk. Scamp had never met a cat. Scamp was curious, so he walked up to the cat and gently poked it with his paw. Scamp was trying to be friendly, but the tomcat was not friendly. The cat sprang up and chased poor Scamp. Scamp had never been so scared in his life. Scamp ran through a hole in the fence. He hid behind a large barrel. Scamp decided he never wanted to meet another cat. Scamp sat and waited until it was safe to come out. Suddenly, he heard a funny little sound. Meow, meow. Scamp looked around. There in a clump of grass sat a sweet little kitten. Oh no, not another cat, thought Scamp. But this cat was tiny and didn't look dangerous at all. Scamp was curious, so he decided to take a closer look. The little kitten looked sad. Scamp wagged his tail to cheer it up, but the kitten just kept on looking sad. Suddenly, Scamp remembered the dish of milk. Cats must like milk, he thought. This little kitten is probably hungry. So Scamp carefully crept back into the yard. Luckily, the big tomcat was no longer there. Scamp grabbed the dish of milk and ran off. Scamp carefully carried the dish of milk. Then he placed the dish in front of the kitten. Immediately, the kitten lapped up the milk. She looked very happy. It was getting late. Scamp decided to look for Aunt Sarah's rose tomorrow. Scamp wanted to go home, so he sneaked past the owner of the corner store. He ran beside the wooden fence. He jumped into the pile of leaves, but there was one thing Scamp didn't do. He did not turn around. Scamp reached his house and walked up the steps. Then he heard a funny sound. Meow, meow. Scamp turned around. There behind him was the little kitten. It had followed him all the way home. Scamp did not know what to do, but before he could do anything, Darling opened the front door. Aunt Sarah, Darling cried. Come and see, Scamp has found your little rose. That night, the whole family threw a party for Scamp. Darling had baked a cake especially for him. Scamp is a real hero, Aunt Sarah said. He found my little rose when I thought I had lost her forever. Lady and Tramp looked proudly at Scamp. Little Rose purred happily in Aunt Sarah's arms. Scamp wondered why did Aunt Sarah call her cat a rose, but he would ask his parents later. Right now there was something he was more curious about. How does cake taste?